and welcome to the Crest Autosport round 3 from the NORISRING on today, the 15th of February 2024. I am your commentator, that's me. I will be here for the duration of this evening's excitement. We've got 3 races coming up for you over the course of the evening. And we will go through those as they unfold. We've got someone, Gabriel Lopez, who will not be having a race 1 race, purely because he has a racing ban. Jean Petra has joined us from Trip 6 Motorsport, currently second fastest, carrying 20 kilograms success ballast on board, and he will be carrying that for the entirety of tonight's races. 30 drivers are in. As it currently stands, there we go, that's where we are tonight. We are at the NORISRING for the WTCC, the World Touring Car Challenge, coming to you from Crest Autosport. There's the cars we're running. We are running the hatchbacks. The 2018 Alfa Romeo Giulietta is banned because since the update in Race Room, it is the fastest car out there. So it's effectively banned. You can run anything else. A variety of cars in there from the different drivers that we can see. There's the track. If you're interested, this Grand Prix layout we are running. I mean, there's only really one layout here. It's basically 2 big straights and 2 chicanes. And 1 chicane's not really a chicane. 6 turns, 3 left, 3 right. Cost is £2.56 on Race Room. If you're interested, as always, I'd say the cheapest way of getting in is going to be through their deals that they run. Previous winners: Alex Everett, Nenad, who's not currently racing with us, and Tatra, who's also not racing with us as it currently stands. As we go over to the championships standings, there's your drivers. Current leader is Pavel at the moment because he is carrying the maximum ballast. He's had more race wins. Well, he would be, but it turns out that it hasn't updated, which is a nice surprise. No surprise there then. So we'll see if we can actually get this updated quite as always, it's, as you always find, always goes a bit higgledy-piggledy. Yeah, it's gone higgledy-piggledy, as you'd expect. So as it stands at the moment, we don't have the drivers. I'll try and get that to you as quickly as possible. There is the current standings by category. So you can see that Pavel is leading. Then you've got Jamie Dory, Stu Neal and Poddy Flack. In the other positions, you've got Alex Ward, Kozlov and Hans, and CA3 you have Plummer, Lopez and Jamie Higgs. And always, that's how it stacks up for that's how it stacks up for this evening's race. So it's going to be very exciting. I think we're going to put it on auto direct and let that run. We're going to see if I can actually get the Crest Autosport Championship up, and I can go through who is leading it. Pavel is leading, but he's only leading on count back difference at the moment because he is had the most race victories of anybody. So he's currently leading that. Second is Jamie Dory. Third on 225, they're basically equal, both carrying 50 kilograms on board. Benny Norton's third, 40 kilograms on board, that on 207 points. Poddy Flack is fourth with 35s on 205 points. Lee Horn is fifth, Alex Everett is sixth, Cloughy is seventh. Michael Clough currently has 2 poles to his name with 1 race victory, but Clough just hasn't had that ability yet. He hasn't really pushed himself, and I don't think we've really seen him really extend his lead at the moment. Where is he at the moment? I don't think he's even in the board. He's not in. Yes, he is. He's currently fastest on a 55.073. So he could be about to do 3 poles, which would be 3 poles, but he just hasn't converted them. Then we've got Alex Ward in 8th, who is leading the CA1 championship at the moment. CA2 championship for Alex Ward. great race 3 specialist. Perkis, he's also live streams. So does Rostance in 9th and 10th. Then you've got Kozlov in 11th. Butcher is joint 12th with Stu Neal. Those two are really out of position. Ola's 14th. Great race in race 3 at Brands Hatch GP. Defended absolutely sensationally. We'll see how he goes. Paul Hans, DHL Honda. I always want to say the Alfa Romeo. I always want to say the Audi, but it isn't. It's the Honda. Ian Deeney, race victory in 16th. Boki 17. Plummer is 19th. You can't miss Plummer. He has a bright yellow Seat Cupra. You can't miss it at all. TCR car. Deeks is in 19th. Brendel is 20th. Anastasios is 21st. Kirby is 22nd. And then you've got Stephen Campion in 24th. Neil Higgs, Lopez, Withers, and a couple that haven't joined with us at the moment. But yeah, as it stands at the moment, it's going to be very tense, I think, for tonight's racing. It's going to be very exciting. We are bringing back the race analysis for you, so don't worry, I will be recording as we go along so we can have a look between the races to see how the drivers have stacked themselves up, so no one can hide from this. Slipstreaming here, let's have a look. Is anybody actually doing slipstream? Yeah, they are. So Alec there, he's got it looks like Pavel behind him. Where's Pavel at the moment? He's right down there. Yeah, he's down in 9th position. So Pavel's in the 55 and the 68. That is his mate at 86. Sorry, that is Alec, and he's trying to give him a slipstream. 9th fastest. But the thing is, ballast is based off their qualifying positions. So he's carrying maximum at the moment of 50 kilogram. His nearest championship rival, Jamie Dory, is down in 12th, also carrying 50 kilograms on board, and as a result, he's going to be in the middle of the pack somewhere, basically. Turn 1 is going to be absolutely... you've got to be careful at turn 1 with 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go, because at turn 1, if you mess it up, you are going to be going one way into the barrier. Nobody is going to help you on that. So it's going to be very, very tricky, I think. They're going to have to pay a lot of attention. Tyre compound, tyre wear is going to be an issue here. Fuel loads. You're basically on throttle for more than 60% of the lap, and you're 100% on throttle, because essentially it's just high braking corners constantly. You just haven't got a lot to go on, really. Turn 1, this is the back of the field. You go down the left-hander. Let's ride on board now. Let's see where Jean Petra's doing, riding on board with him here. He's at the back of Pavel, so Pavel is just ahead of him in the 55, and ahead of that is Alec in the 86. This is the start-finish straight. You basically go in a dead straight line down to that front camera. And you're just building up the speed, building and building and building. Into 6th, through the right-hander you go. And then you go back on board, down to the gearbox, into 2nd, left gear. He's actually gone down to 1st, popping it back up to 3rd to control the wheel spin through turn 1. Then it's again building up the speed into the hairpin. Not into the hairpin, into the chicane. It's right-hander, wall to the left, wall to the right. Be really careful. You can take a lot of curb here, but too much, you kiss the wall, game over. Then he's building up the speed again. More straights. Just keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going. Jean Petra's in the 15. Don't forget 86. That is Alec through the 2nd hairpin, and again it's just a straight run back down to the line. So it doesn't really go anywhere from there. It's just straight, basically straight down the line all over again. And it makes it very, very tricky, because any mistakes, any mishaps, and it's game over basically, as we go to the heli camera here through the hairpin, and they just got to be so careful into this corner. There's Rostance currently in P4 at the moment on a 55.24. Fastest driver Stu Neal at a 55.103, but he is unballasted, so that is going to help him massively for this section. As we go through now to the left side, needs to keep it nice and tidy. No heroics here. As we go through 2nd hairpin, then it's back to the start finish straight. So it's going to be tricky with 38 seconds remaining of the practice section. Qualifying will then start. We've got a 10-minute qualifying session, and then we have a little gap, and then we go to race 1. Race 1 is 15 minutes. Positions are determined off the qualifying positions. Race 2 is a 15-minute top 10 reversal, and Race 3 is a top 15 reversal off the finishing positions of Race 2. Ballast is applied. Championship ballast is applied based on the championship positions for Race 1, Race 2 and Race 3 is all based off their qualifying positions. So there is a little bit of tactical advantage to be had here, because do you want the maximum ballast going into races 2 and 3? Probably not, but position here is everything. One mistake, you've lost the side of the car. There is a huge opportunity for a massive accident, so they're going to be very, very careful. Michael Clough has reset himself on the board. There you go, confirmation that Stu Neal did take the fastest lap in the last session. That's why it's showing up as Stu Neal. So, who is first on the lap? That's Stu Neal. Stu Neal has gone, no, he hasn't gone for it. Let's see who is on the board. So all drivers are going to have to get out on track to do their lap times. Right. If I can see quite a few of you are currently just lurking in the background, come and say hi while we're waiting up. As you can see at the moment, there is absolutely, there is 27 drivers on track. Only Anastasios and Tim Johnson have not left the pits yet. So, who is going to be first around the track as it currently stands? Let's see how it stacks up. We're watching Stu Neal at the moment. It's on auto commentate, as you'd expect. And we are going to go to director's suggestions. Let's have a look at Jean Petre. He's right behind them, basically. You've got Jean Petre is going to cross the line pretty much third in the row. There's car number 7. That is our friend Michael Clough's getting a tow from the number 34. So he's getting a tow from his teammate Stu Neal. Stu Neal is in the 33. They nearly rear-end each other, so that lap is scrubbed. Ian Dearney is going fastest. He's in the number 7, 18.457. He was midfield. Do I think that's going to be the fastest time? No, I don't. I think they're going to have to put bankers on the lap. That's what they're going to have to do the first time round. It's not going to be fast enough here. I do think we're going to be in a 54 is going to be the qualifying lap time to take pole position here. Ian Dearney will go fastest. We don't know the fuel loads. We do not know the condition of the tyre. Sector 2 is a 36.228. He will cross the line, providing he hasn't done it, and will take provisional pole. 56.376, not good enough. Rostance is going a bit faster. He's had a little bit of a tow. Jean Petra's gone fastest. Rostance is on the board. Stu Neal and Ola Johnson. Again, confirmation there. What's Poddy Flack doing at the moment? 49.502. A lot of people in Sector 1 at the moment. Pascal is fastest, 55.651. He's 17.9, 17.6, 20.0. Sectors 1, 2 and 3. Fastest across the board. This is Ian Dearney in the number 7, Renault Megane. One of 3 Renault Meganes running in the field. Stu Neal and his teammate Michael Clough are both running Renault Megane. So a fast little car this, but it is rubbish off the start. Michael Clough, 2 pole positions out of 2 rounds so far, both losing 2 positions, 1 to 2 positions in the opening lap consistently. Ian Dearney goes into 2nd position, 0.3 of a second off. Stu Neal's going a bit faster. What can he do? 0.03 of a second. He's getting a tow. Provisional pole position. And then it was blipped by Michael Clough, 55.539. Do I think that's fast enough? No, I don't. Pavel's on a good lap. 1/10 of a second off in Sector 2. Can he go fastest? He's getting a tow there from Alec in the 86 Honda. What does Pavel do? Puts himself into 3rd position. Again, he's got 50 kilograms on board that car. That's going to be hampering him. Where is Jamie Dory, his nearest rival? 13th position. Butcher goes into 16th. Horner pops himself into 15th. Deeks goes into 20th. What can Carl Smith do? Can he improve himself in the 25? No, he doesn't. 20, he goes into 24th position. Stu Neal's going a bit faster, but he's got a lovely little tow there from Alex. It looks like Rostance in the number 7 has given him a lovely helping hand. Can he get himself 0.03 of a second in the green? Can he go faster? No, he doesn't. 0.4 of a second, all lost in that final corner. Stu Neal is fastest in Sector 2, 17.508. Bill Campion is improving. He's going to pop himself at this rate into the top 10 if he can maintain 0.5 of a second, but I think he'll be around a second slower. As he crosses the line, George Dory goes into 7th, pops himself into 14th. Good. That will be Bill's highest qualifying so far. Benny Norton, there he is in the Alf, in the little Astra. Teammates to Podiflack, 14th, currently 3rd in the championship, carrying ballast on board, 35 kilograms. He's on fire, 0.1 of a second up. Can he go faster? Can he get the 154s? Crosses the line. No, 0.2 of a second, 0.2 of a second slower. Cloughy now goes fastest, 55.359. Jean Petra, 20 kilograms on board. He's in the Honda, don't forget, goes into 2nd. Kozlov goes into, sorry, is it Kozlov? No, it's Alec. Alec puts himself into 2nd position. Kozyakov, you'll probably tell me off about that. They're all slowing each other up now. Right, these are the 3 that are working together. So you've got 3 drivers working together. There's Brostans, really found some pace in this season of the Crest Autosport WTCC, but can he get any faster here? Can he get himself a little bit higher? Into 50 goes, but he's got his whole buddy there, Benny Norton, just ahead of him. Those 2 have had fireworks. Jean Petra, qualification faster by 0.1 of a second, to 55.250. That 20 kilograms is not slowing him down at all. Jeff Perkis, Scooby Sim Racing, 0.3, 0.6 off into 14th position. Lee Horn, 13th at the moment. He was helping his teammate out great, absolutely perfectly last time out. Where's Alex Everett? Has he set a competitive lap time yet? He's the man ahead. They're all working together. So you've got Everett, Lee Horn, and Pavel all working together. So it turns out Everett's got himself into 11th position. I think Everett needs to get himself into 10th realistically. Otherwise he's going to struggle to get any further in the field. He has to capitalise on that race 2. Ian Deeney, currently down in 10th position. He is 0.3 of a second off. He's sliding around. I don't think he's going to go any faster. I could be wrong. No, he's not. He's 0.7 of a second off. That makes no difference. There's Craig Deeks going through in the front. He's in the green Seat Cupra. 55 for Jeff Perkis. 0.5 up. In 0.05 of a second up in Sector 1, but not enough to make any real difference. What's Rob South doing? He's improvement. There's Boki and Rob are both improving. Rob is RC Racing teammates to Russ Butcher, who's currently all the way up or down, depending on your viewpoint, in 22nd. He's 0.8 of a second off. He can maintain this. He could put himself into the top 22, near enough 1 second off pole position. The current leader of Jean Petra, 55.250. Does improve 149, but 1.4, but not enough to get himself up out of 26th position. It's all stacking up now with 7 minutes remaining of this qualifying. We don't know the fuel board, so they're all going to be looking at it. But as we look on the board, Jamie Dory is on a flyer. So Jamie Dory, as fast as he's getting, he's getting a helping hand there. So I think he's getting a helping hand there from Alex Everett. Yes. Oh, that was very messy there. Very messy. We've actually managed to get that. So that could be... that's going to be interesting to see. We'll have a look at that on the replay after. But has it slowed Jamie Dory down? Yeah, a little bit. 0.7. He's lost himself 0.1 of a second off in that final sector. Yeah, Alex Everett there could have actually cost him the opportunity of a pole position. Don't worry about that. That's just how the game works. So, yeah, that's going to be very tricky. We did record that, so we will have a look. Benny Norton is fastest in Sector 1. Podiflack is fastest in Sector 2. And Jean Petra, a current pole position sitter on a 55.250, is the fastest in Sector 3. So nobody holds all fastest sectors at the moment. It's one apiece for all 3 drivers. As it stacks itself out, Podiflack's 0.4 of a second down. I don't think he's going to go any faster. As he crosses the line, we're looking on the board to see if anyone is going faster. Stu Neal is going faster at the moment. He's got himself a green in the last sector, but he didn't convert that. It was a 19.927. Yeah, He's in sector 2 again. He's not going faster. Jean Petra is going faster. I think he's let loose in that number 15 Honda. 1/10 of a second up. If he can maintain this, he will purple sector 1, purple sector 2, and he will get himself a sector 3. 19.897. We could see a 54.9. It's predicted 54.9, 55.250, and lost a lot of time in that final sector. 55.102, confirmation of your new fastest lap. Alex Ward, race 3 specialist, number 7, teammates, 2 Rostans. Can he do anything from here? Can he deliver anything from this position? It's going to be very tricky, I think, as he pops himself into 11th. So he's managed to get himself a little bit further. He's currently 8th in the championship, and he did a stellar job at Brands Hatch. Finished 2nd and finished 3rd at Laguna at the last. Wasn't Laguna Seca, but it was the last round that we were at. Just check it out in the link, finding out. Pavel's just struggling. He's put himself into 5th. I don't think he's going to go any faster here, realistically. It's going to be very tricky. Stu Neal really needs a helping hand from his teammate Clough. He's currently 2nd. Clough isn't out on the track. He's sector 1, sector 2. He says he needs help. He doesn't really need it. He's 0.04 of a second off. The question is he going to be doing anything from here? This current rate will pop himself into 2nd, unless he can pull anything out in the final quarter. 0.8 of a second off. He's just not getting the traction of the line out that final corner. He does not improve. Alec, he's in the 86, Pavel's in the 55, and Kozlov is in the 79. And that's how it's stacking up. The number 18, I believe that is Jean Petra. No, it is not. It's somebody else. He's not really helping out. Does go fast in sector 1 and sector 2, puts himself into 3rd. His teammates, even though aren't all in the same team, are all helping him. They are all working together to ensure Pavel is the victorious race leader. He's in 3rd. Kozlov is in, Alec is in 2nd position. Kozlov is in 7th. So that is vital. Alex Ward's got himself up to 6th. As it currently stands. There's Lee Horn, number 83. The car ahead is Alex Everett. So now we know Alex Everett is helping the next gen racing boys. Or if he isn't, they're all running very close together. But Lee Horn and Jamie Dory, 83 and number 18, they're teammates, Next Gen Racing, don't forget. A little lower down the field, Kirby has got himself into 25th, Butcher's 24th, Plummer is in 23rd, but Bill Campion is up to 21st, so he has got an absolute, he's now in 22nd, but he got himself up into 21st, so he's making some progress. Butcher, there he is, down in 19th. There's Alex Everett, like I said, behind that, there's the 2 Next Gen Racing boys. So the 63 and the 18, it looks like they're all working together. So I don't think there'd be any penalty put in for that contact between those two. It is what it is, as I'd say, so it's going to be very close, but we will look at that between the 2 races. Alex Everett, there he is. Can he get anything from here? He needs to get his mates to help him out. Where's his teammate? 0.3 of a second up. That should put him somewhere in 0.4 of a second, 9/10. He's into 9th, so he needs to look at that, really. There's Ola. What can Ola do from here? Had a superb race out at Brands Hatch, defending magnificently for 90% of the race. But there was always that time that Ola was going to lose it. He did, unfortunately, but he did a stellar job getting up to that high enough. The question is, can anything be done from here? Can Ola, who is currently 14th, in the championship, highest place finish is 7th last time out. Can he do anything? I don't know. Highest finish so far in race finish in race 1 is 16th. So he's at 19th at the moment. Junior's going a bit faster, but it's that final quarter, final sector. Can he convert this? 7/10 off. He's losing all his time in that final sector. He's down in 18th position, 0.4 of a second off. Fastest man, Jean Petra, 55.109. Here's Anastasios in the 86. What can Anastasios do? 0.6 of a second up. Should improve as it stands at the moment. But Poddy Flack still holds the fastest in sector 2. Ola is in, well, he hasn't improved. Ola's not improved. He's 0.5 of a second off slower. Crosses the line, 1 minute to go. Unless you're on starting a lap, you will not finish a lap. As it stands now, this is it. Final few sectors. Jean Petra is going faster. 0.02 of a second. He's getting a lovely tow here from Rostance. Rostance has dived out the way. He said, I'm not getting involved in this. And actually bailed to the pits. The question is, can Jean-Petre now convert this? He's 1/1000th of a second slower in that final sector. There's Everett and the two next-gen racing boys working together. So, like I said, I don't think there'd be a penalty for those, just purely because they are working together. As it stands at the moment, there is your provisional race results. Your qualifying results. You have Jean-Petre takes pole position, 20 kilograms on board. You've got Alec into second, Pavel's in third, Cloughy's fourth, Steve's fifth. Rostance is in sixth, Ward is seventh. Kozlov is eighth, Neil ninth, Everett, Norton, Dory, Deeney surprised at Dory, second in the championship in 12th. Horn, Flack, Deeks, Perkis, Ola, Anastasios, Butcher, Bokey, Plummer, Higgs, Campion at 25th. Good result for him. Good for Kirby, South, Smith, Neil and Tim Johnson. But the thing to note here is that the gap between first and last has actually got smaller. Right, as we've got 4 minutes remaining of this opening session before we get to race 1, we are going to go across to the replay analysis. Yeah, you're going to have to hide all of that rubbish. There we go. Because I was working from home today. So we're just going to hide all of my food, to be honest. I wasn't actually working. It was yesterday. I just haven't tidied up. So let's have a quick look. So the only thing that really was some great racing, some great action. Let's have a quick look. I think the only thing that I managed to pick up was from the incident. I think it was a nothing incident, to be honest. I don't think there was anything in it. Let's slow it down, go forward. So it's right at the end. So, yeah, Jamie Dory, but he was on a lap, that's the thing. So, Jamie Dory, he is in the Honda, which is that one. So, Jamie Dory's in the Honda, and Alex Everett is in the Astra. And again, as you come in, it's just a bit messy, really. It's just a bit messy. Yeah, I think it's a nothing thing, to be honest. At the end of the day, they're in qualifying and they're racing, so yeah, I think it's a nothing incident. It's half of one and half of another, to be honest. They're both on a flying lap. They're both going racing. It would all depend, really. I don't think there's anything in it. It would all depend, really, on the normal braking points. I mean, at the end of the day, Everett's on the racing line. Dory is trying to go around and gain some speed on him. He's had the slipstream and he's got the over. Yeah, it's kind of a nothing incident. Did it hamper Dory's lap? Yeah, it could have done, but I'd call it a bit silly from both of them, to be honest. It's one of those nothing things. I don't think anything will come of it, really, because ultimately that final sector is what's been hampering a lot of the drivers. So I don't think there's going to be anything of that, really. So yeah, it's just one of those. I think it's one of those. Just one of those silly things that can happen with 2 minutes 30 to go. Kirby's popping up on the board because I've got mine up here. Kirby's popping on the board, but they're all just practicing. It's a nothing incident, really, that we can see. So, yeah, it's one of those things, I think. It just happens. So, yeah, I don't think there's anything in there. I wouldn't certainly be looking at it. I mean, at best, it would be one of those. It's just a silly thing, really. Nothing into it. You know, they're both on a flying lap. They're both entitled to take the racing line. Dory had the overspeed, but Alex had the corner, so it's kind of a nothing thing, I think, to be perfectly honest with them. It's just one of those things that can happen, so it is what it is. Right, if you're just joining us, welcome to the Crest Autosport Racing League. The WTCC is the World Touring Car Championship, and we are coming from the NORISRING. Someone will probably say, Andy, you're saying it wrong. 100% I'm probably saying it wrong. We are running nothing but the hatchbacks. The 2018 Alfa Romeo is banned, just because since the update it is mighty fast, so it has been banned. So it's not allowed. And if you're interested, total cost of the track is £2.56. Obviously, that's now priced. There will always be adjustment for inflation. There are turns 6, 3 right and 3 left. We're on the Grand Prix layout. It is 2.3 kilometres, made in 1949. It's a great little racetrack. I absolutely love it. I think it's a great little track. It's a very, very challenging track. I am your commentator. That is me, Andy Pawley. I've actually had a shave today, so that's in there. So I will be with you for the entirety of the 3 races. Hopefully we'll be able to bring you some more analysis as we go through. Come and say hi on the chat. We can see a number of you watching, so make sure you come and say hi. Let us know who you think is going to take the race victory as it stands. It looks like the timing board has had a complete meltdown, which is always helpful on these sorts of things. So I will keep you updated as it unfolds. It should have the timing screens in there, but for whatever reason it just doesn't. It's just had a complete wobbly. So we will keep going. We might be able to reset the system, see if that boots it up. No, hasn't booted up. If it loads itself in again, we'll get it going. Otherwise, I will keep you updated as it unfolds. But we don't really need the live timing screens, to be perfectly honest, because we just need to know where they are. That is the most important thing. Right, who am I going to put my 50p on? My 50p. This is going to be tricky. Cloughy doesn't have the ballast that Jean Petre has, so but overtaking is difficult. It's all going to come down to turn 1. Cloughy has lost, like I said, ever since he's lost 1 place on every single race start. And every single race start, that's put him back in the middle of the pack. That's going to be tricky. It's effectively 2 great long straights with a chicane and 2 hairpins, and that is it. Lloyd, nice to see you, Lloyd. That's Lloyd Biddulph, if you're interested. He is a Trip 6 Motorsport racer, supporting his mate Jean Petre, who has joined the championship. Nice to see you again, Lloyd. Here we go for the race. It is going to be all hold out, nose barred. Who is going to be the leader into turn 1? We're going to find out in the next 15 minutes. Hold on to your horses. And it's lights out and away we go. And he's absolutely stoved it. Cloughy has had an awful start into that first corner. He's just not been able to get a good run. Jean Petre and Kozlov have got away. Pavlov's into third. But in the back, has anyone had a massive accident? No, they're all managing to squiggle through. That's what we need. Oh, there's contact. There's contact in the middle of the field. Have they sorted themselves out? Just enough. It's all argy-bargy in the middle. Everett's in 10th. He's in a sandwich. On the right side, you have not the Alfa Romeo. You've got Kozlov in the 79. You've got Rostance ahead of him. Is he going to do anything as they all stream through, holding on to this? Oh, there's contact. Ball crash in the back. He's managed to sort himself out, but at the moment, Stu Neal, he's going to try to sail it up the inside. Whoa, gets the car slowed. A little bit of a love tap there. Does he manage to hold on to it just enough? But he's got Cloughy just ahead of him, and there's the 34. That's Stu Neal. The leader, Pascal, has Pavel right behind him in the 55, but it's all kicking off. There's Jamie Dory. He's in the number 18 left side. Honda versus the 79 of Kozlov. What can he do here? They have to finish in 10th. There's the 63 down the gate. Oh, there's contact. There's contact. I cannot believe it. It's massive pile-up. Bing, bang, bosh. They're all scrabbling to find out. Can they get through? Can they reset the cars just enough? That was absolute carnage between everybody. Who's been the big winner there? Cannot believe it. Ola all the way down in 21st. He's managed to survive that, but he's side by side there with Anastasios. Has he got through? Yes, he has managed to survive that. Derek Neal, but Cloughy is right on the rear end there. Oz Kozlov, he's going to go around the outside. Oh, there's contact between his own teammate. Stu Neal made contact with his own teammate. That's not going to end well, riding on the rear camera. There's Stephen, there's Stu Neal, and Fraser Rostance in the number 7. Jean Petre now 0.8 of a second away. He's breaking away at the front. Alex Everett right at the back of this, down on the camera. They're all swinging to the left, swinging to the right. Can he get through that corner? They all filed through 1 by 1, 2 by 2. Down the gearbox we go. Poddy Flack, oh, he's outbraked himself. Oh, there's 79. Who is that? Craig Deek has just flown into the corner, absolutely ruining Poddy's race there. Cannot believe that. Perkis is right beside him in. There's Perkis, right behind that is Anastasios. He's in the 86, side by side. One of them's going to have to back out. Oh, there was contact between the two drivers. A little bit messy there from Anastasios, but nothing untoward. Right, Alex Ward and Lee Horn. Alex is in this number 7. He's on the left. The 63 is Lee Horn. Can Lee get past here? It's a job done deal, really. No more incidents through that corner, but Alex Ward has now got Butcher all over his rear end. Pavel is turning up the screw. Cloughy is on the back of Kozlov, riding on board. This is the battle for 4th and 3rd, top of the prizes. Can he go down? Down the gearbox, 3 second, 2 into 1st. Through the left-handed goes the lovely switcheroo. Gets the job done. Absolutely sensational move there from Cloughy, but he hasn't had the pressure. There's Kozlov in the 86 trying to sell him a dummy. There you can see the 34. That's the other Renault of Stu Neal. Can he do anything? There's Alex Everett back of the field in 8th position. Is he managing to do anything? No, he hasn't. He's managed to break away. At the back of the field, you've got Rob South, who has Plummer and Kozlov right behind him. There is Rob South. There's Kozlov, who's just going to mug the lot of them. Absolute sensational move there from Kozlov. He's in the 79. He's recovering. Don't forget, we will see if what happened in that particular incident through the left-hander. There is Rob South in the number 5. Plummer has just mugged the lot of them. He's gone, nope, see you later, checks himself out. Fantastic there from Plummer. Can he do anything? Where is he? There he is. There's Plummer. He's in the number 8. Kozlov is on the left side in that 79. Right behind that. And Rob South, he's in the number 5. Teammates to Butcher. This is the battle for 22nd, 23rd and 24th. They've all managed to sort themselves out. Oh, he's run wide. He's run wide. Kozlov's run wide. Rob South are trying to come back in there. And Kozlov has tried to take a different line. But they've all sorted themselves out now with 10 minutes to go. The field has spread itself out. At first to 29th is more than a minute. So somebody is lapped. Carl Smith and Alex Ward are retired in that race as they sort themselves out. Right, Stephen and Alex Everett, I think they're doing switcheroo positions. Because Everett is higher in the championship. There's Alec, who's currently down in 4th. He is approaching the back of Cloughy. Rostance in that number 7. He's side by side with Everett. Alex Everett thinking better of it there. He's just slowed down. He's going to attempt to go for the switcheroo, but Rostance has held him off. He's in the number 7. Is he doing anything from here? No, he isn't. He's kind of in that middle. But this is the battle for 3rd. So in the 86, riding from the rear camera now of Clough, he is Renault Megane versus Honda. 86 versus 34. Not by age, but by car number. Through the left-hander we go. This is the first hairpin, which is the penultimate hairpin. Can he do anything? Can he deliver anything here? He's just managing to keep it just ahead of the car ahead. He's going to be all over this if he's not too careful, building up the speed. There's the 55. That is Pavel. I'm not sure if he's flashing the guy ahead to say, I'm coming, Jean Petra. Or he's literally just trying to communicate with the radio, and that's resulting in flashing of the lights. Through the first hairpin they go. Right, Jeff Perkis and Butcher. So Perkis, he's in the 55. Butcher's in the 30. Honda versus Alfa Romeo. Into the first hairpin we go. Down the gearbox. And Butcher's just checked himself out. Yeah, he's just checked himself out. And Poddy Flack has just passed him, basically. He's just passed him. So that's the end of that. So that was a nothing battle that was going on. Tim Johnson and Martin Kirby are battling. Tim Johnson is in the 31. Kirby is in the 99, and behind that is Plummer in the 26. He's in that number 8 car. He is trying to do anything. He's down in 26. The question is, can he deliver anything from here? Through the right-hander, through the left-hander we go. It's an interesting line. Can he hold on to it? Jamie Higgs, he's had a bit of an accident and he's getting mugged by everybody. Anastasios in the 86, he's going to go past Jamie Higgs. There's Jamie Higgs in the 18. He's privateer running on his own, so he's got no one to help him. Lee Horn and Ian Deaney are closing each other up. We'll keep an eye on that battle as it unfolds for 10th and 11th. But this is the battle for 17th and 16th. Anastasios is in 16th. Rob South is on the back of Kozlov. This lot have been fighting for the entire race. There is Plummer riding from the rear camera of Plummer. This is 24th position. There's 25th and 6th. Kirby and Johnson. This is important. Oh, there goes Johnson. Oh, he thinks better of it. He thought, I can't get the car stopped. There's the 99 of Kirby. He's just tapped the side. of Johnson again, but he's done the right thing. He's backed out of it. Fantastic etiquette. Jean-Petre going fastest again, 55.185. Now 2.15 seconds faster than Pavel. Jean-Petre has checked himself out. Rostance is now fighting the back of Everett. This is the battle for 6th and 7th position. I am watching the battle for 4th and 3rd. See how that unfolds. There is Stu Neal. He's kind of on his own all the way in 5th. But as we ride from the rear camera of Alex Everett, he's in 6th position. Behind that is 7th. That is Rostance versus Everett. It is Peugeot versus his Opel Astra. Who is going to be victorious? 6 minutes 56 to find out. Let's see how that unfolds. Lee Horn, he's down in 11th position. They're all kind of holding station. There's the lapped car there on the left of Alex Ward. Great racing etiquette there, getting out the way. Lee Horn needs to get ahead of Ian Deeney. There's Ian Deeney riding from the rear camera. So he, 10th, will be pole position for race 2. So he's going to be absolutely trying to do all he can from that position. Michael Clough, confirmation of fastest lap, 55. He's going for it. Ian Dean, he's got Lee Horn side by side into the hairpin. Lee Horn is in the 63, right side of your screen. 7th is Ian Dean, down the gearbox. 3rd, 2nd into 1st. He gets it done. Does he hold it? Side by side, 2 by 2, coming out the corner. That little Renault Megane has just got a much better drive off the corner. Has he managed to hold it? One of them's going to back off through the right hand. It's Ian Lee Horn in the 63 Honda, second car in the row. He backs out of that thinking, oh, I can't take that risk, and he's reset all over again. Fantastic stuff, and he's not giving it up. That 63, he's trying to push it, he's trying to force the issue. He needs to be careful that he doesn't outbrake himself. He tries to sell a dummy up the corner. He's got a much tighter line coming out. The problem is now it's going to be another drag to the line, and he just doesn't have it right. Clovey is on the back of Pavlov. This is the battle for 2nd position. Pavel is on the 55. Right screen, he's gone wide. He's gone wide. Pavel's gone wide and had an accident all by himself. That's allowed Cloughy into 2nd position, but he's got Alex, which is teammates to Pavel, right behind him. So Alec is the 86 Honda. It is Renault Megane versus Seat versus Honda Civic, and Cloughy robs the lot of them. He ticks the box, says thank you very much. Magnificent stuff. Reset all over again. I don't think he's got a broken bonnet. I just think that's the way the game is. Kozlov has got past Campion in 21st at the back around there, but Michael Clough has clucked himself out now. The question is he going to manage to make up 3.8 seconds? We'll keep an eye on that on the timing screen. He's already gapped 6/10 on 2 corners. We'll see how that progresses. Right, Lee Horn and Ian Deeney. This is the battle for 10th position. This is important because Ian Deeney in that number 7 Renault Megane, one race winner this season out at Brands Hatch. Race 2, 10th position. Started first in race 2. That allowed him to take that victory. He's going to defend this. He's gone to the left. He's trying to force the number 63 wide. But can Lee Horn do anything riding from that rear camera now of Ian Deeney? He's in 10th position. There is 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th and 15th. All nose to tail. Slightly M25 on a Friday afternoon. Question is there going to be an accident? We're going to find out in the next 4 minutes through the left-hander. Nice and tidy. No heroics. He just has to keep it tidy. Benny Norton, this is the battle for 8th and 9th. Benny Norton is in the endless Opel Astra. The car in front, that is an Astra. That is Stephen. Equal machinery. 2 different nationalities, both fighting for the same piece of tarmac. Who is going to be victorious? 3 minutes 40 to find out. Building up that speed, 5th, 6th, over 200 kilometers an hour, and then they'll be hard on the brakes. All of the fuel goes forward. Can he do anything? Can he sell him a dummy? He's a wily old fox, Stephen. He's a championship, CA2 championship winner, so he knows what he needs to do. He's thinking of it, riding on board now. Can he deliver? Anastasios, Perkis and Podiflak are close together. We'll keep an eye on that as it unfolds in 13th, 14th and 15th. Benny's just got, he's tapped the wall. He's had a little love tap for Valentine's against the wall. That's cost him time. That's cost him 1.9. Whoa, there's contact. There's contact. Oh no, he's sim twitching. He's completely lost the car in front. He's going to have to be holding on to this. Where's he gone? Where's he gone? He's lost somebody. Stephen, he's sent himself off into the stratosphere. Stephen's had a sim twitch all on his own. Benny Norton's cost it. Right, Deeney, this is the battle for 10th. That's promoted Lee Horn into 10th. So Ian Deeney and Lee Horn are going to be nose to tail. They're side by side going into turn 1. Can he do anything? It's 63 versus 7. Who is going to be victorious through the left-hander, building up that speed again into second, into third, riding on board now with Ian Deeney on the lower camera. He's going to have to brake and send him a dummy going out here because he's just going to hug that corner. He's got the racing line. That Honda Civic is just better through the corners, but it just doesn't have the power, because as we ride on the rear camera, you'll see that number 7, he's getting a slipstream as well. The air will be flowing over the car and over the one at the back, just giving him more speed. 0.2 of a second here, 0.1 of a second there, and that's allowing him to stay in the fight. But at the moment, Ian Deeney is going to be in pole position for race 2. The problem he's going to have, pure and simple, it's all going to be about whether he can maintain it. Right, this is the battle for 15th and 14th. 14th is that number 30 Hyundai. That is Butcher in the 86. 1-2 there, that 86. That is Anastasios. He's trying to recover in the 18. That's Jamie Higgs. He's done again. Butcher's just takes a weird line through there. He's either letting him past or he's taking a weird line. That pushes Butcher's into 15th. That's a weird line. That's a very weird line through there with 1 minute 12 seconds to go. Butcher's still on the back of Anastasios, but I think that's it. Pascal is out on his own. The 79 there is Craig Deek. That is the lapped car, and there is Michael Clough, 3:39. Is he closing the gap? Yes, he is. Butcher that's battle for 15th and 16th. I don't think that's going to go. Pavel is basically being defended by Alec. Alec is the 86. He's the car in the middle. And he's preventing Stu Neal in the 34 getting past. He's doing everything he needs to do. He's being the rear gunner for Pavel in third. And Pavel's nearest rival is Jamie Dory. Where's Dory? He's down in 18th position. It's not a good round for Dory. Benny Norton's in 8th, but that means he'll be fastest for race 2. So it's going to all be topsy-turvy again. But he's doing all he needs to do there. Alec is being an absolute sensation to his teammate. Ross Stantz is stuck on the back of Everett. But Jean Petre is about to cross the line for the last lap of the race. We'll keep with him as it unfolds, but we're keeping an eye on the battles between Everett and Ross Stantz. I don't think that's going to develop into anything. Poddy and Perkis, that's 12th and 13th and 6th and 7th. Ross Stantz is right on the back of Everett, so unless Ross Stantz sails it up the inside, some last heroic move, Ross Stantz is in the number 7 Peugeot, DHL white little Peugeot. Ahead of that is Alex Everett in the 48 Astra versus Peugeot. Both French manufacturers. Will they both make it to the end? I don't know. We will find out. We've got less than half a lap until they have to get there. The question is he going to do it? Is he going to be able to get there to the end? It's going to be very tricky, I think. John Petra's just checked himself out, but he isn't. It's weird. He's got himself out there, but I think the race is unfolded. John Petra is going to come and cross the line. First time out for the Trip 6 Motorsport at Crest Motorsport, but he's only carrying 20 kilograms on board, so he does have a lot lighter opportunity. Cloughy puts himself in second. Pavel takes home third, and he's had a great support there from Alec in fourth. Stu Neal is in fifth. Everett comes home in sixth. Again, he likes that midfield, but again, he's going to do really well because Benny Norton is in eighth, Ross Stantz is seventh, Norton is eighth. Does Poddy Flat get Perkis? No, he doesn't. He does not get Perkis. Anastasios. Alex Ward is still he did bring the car home in the end in 25th. I think he's still going. He is still going. So they're all starting to finish, but Alex Ward is still going. The big news there, the big thing there was that we had a car going. We had Stephen go into the stratosphere. I think he's still in the stratosphere at the moment, but that's how it stacks up. We have got plenty to talk about between the races. So Michael Clough, confirmation of the fastest lap. Again, I think Jean Petre was just... I think he was just monitoring that towards the end. He just wants to go out and take the victory. He's done that. He will start 10th now. And because he qualified on pole, he will have maximum ballast, 50 kilograms on board that car. So that's going to be interesting. Nice to see you, Frank Tennant. Miss you guys, perhaps not. This track's always like that. Turn 1 is a bit weird. It's either perfect or not. Rubbing is racing. Yep, it was all at Strickboard, and thank you. That was epic. We've got 2 more races coming up for you, so do not go anywhere. Right. I'm back again. So, that was brilliant. Absolutely enjoyed that. Plenty to digest. Right. Well, it would be if I hadn't closed the actual thing that I needed. And then we could have had a look. So, yeah, it turns out that I actually closed the thing I needed. We're going to see if we can get that turn 1 incident. I would try and get that turn 1 incident, but I've had a complete failure, as always, as things tend to happen. I'm trying to find it on the system. I can't remember what I did with it, but we definitely had a turn 1 incident. It's going to be I think it's going to be, there it is. So it's loading now. That turn 1 incident was weird. Again, we'll start with the start of the race, and then we will have a look at that turn 1, because I think somebody just outbraked themselves, and the problem with that is that then it just ended up going everywhere. And because everyone was then scrabbling, there was no ability for anybody, basically, and it just ended up going all over the place. So, I don't know. And I do think, again, we lost a couple on there. So, right, let's go off to the replay analysis. So if you're new to the stream, hello and welcome. We do have a new feature. You can see it. So this allows us to look at some of the incidents. So there is now no longer the ability that we can actually analyse the races as they have unfolded. I'll keep an eye on this as we go into race 2. Right, the thing I want to look at first. So let's start with the start of the race as it loads up. So this is Michael Clough here, who finished second. Let's bring that box up. So watch Cloughie here, and let's see how many places he loses. We'll just wind it forward a bit. Yeah, so once again, he starts in 4th, and by turn 1, yeah, look, there he is. You'll just see him here. There he is. And by turn 1, he's already lost. He's already lost 1, 2, 3, 4 positions into turn 1. And there he is. So Michael Clough is here. I've pressed the wrong button. It's that one. So there's Cloughie. There's Cloughie. And that's what I would be pressing. There we go. So there's Cloughie and his teammate are here. There they are. And then they have to sort themselves out from that position. So Cloughie started 4th, and only by the end of turn 1, only because Everett took a different line coming through here. So Everett basically took a line, wrong button, it's that one. So because Everett took a wider line like this, basically to avoid all of the carnage, Cloughie manages to get himself a much better drive, and that puts him into that position, basically. So that's why he's managed to maintain that position, because he basically was allowed to take a tighter line, but he has to work on those starts. If he's not working on those starts, again, started 4th by the first corner, he's down in 5th position, and then he's got all the work to do. And that's a problem. He needs to really look at how he's going to change that. Because it's problematic. If he's not careful, he's just going to lose so many more positions. We've seen it time and time again. Do we think he's going to change it? I hope he does. I hope he does get it sorted. I know that he's had issues in terms of wheel spin with that car. So it could be that he's still got issues with the wheel spin. So until he's resolved that, I think he's going to struggle off the line. And that's the way I'd read that. Right. I think this is the incident. So there was a massive incident into that turn. I'm just trying to find it. See if it's actually... I did hit the replay button, but I'm not sure if we got it. Let's have a look. So we got this one. Let's have a look here. Is this the accident? So there was a massive accident. No, so this was everybody fighting in the corner. No, so this was the contact between the two teammates. Nothing in here really. That was just two teammates coming together. It's contact. Yeah, a bit scruffy again. So this one, again, fortunately, so we've got the 33 and we've got the 48. So I think that is, it's Michael Clough. So it's Stu Neal coming together. So it's Stephen who's in the number 48 and it's Stu Neal. And they basically come together in here. Nothing to that, I think. It's a bit, I would say that was opening lap stuff, to be honest. A little bit of contact. He's entitled to the line, and without looking at the camera view as well, it's all about, is he past that front point at the point they go into the corner? Again, I don't have, I think he is, because what we talk about is the line here, and yeah, I think looking at that, he is actually past that line, to be perfectly honest. So I think that's a nothing incident, to be honest. Yeah, so he should be past that line. Basically, he has to be past the B pillar. I think it's a nothing incident. I don't think there's anything in that, to be honest. Does he really lose or gain? Not really. I don't think there's anything in it. I think that's just one of those incidents. I wouldn't think there's anything with that. Again, I can only look at one view. I don't have the view of everybody else, so I can't see that. So it's, again, it's very tricky. I thought I did get it. I thought I did hit the replay button. Maybe I didn't. Maybe it was this one. I thought I had. I thought I managed to catch the whole thing, but obviously not. Yes, I did. So this is the Kozlov. This is what kicks it off. So there's two things here. So if we watch this car here, you'll see it basically continues to fly all the way through into the incident. So we'll slow that down a little bit. But the initial kickoff between the two drivers is between these two here. So we're looking between Jamie Dory and Kozlov. And that's what kicks... it's not that one I want, it's that one. So it's... These are the two drivers that caused the incident. So again, he's past the B pillar. So Jamie Dory here is past the B pillar. Jamie Dory's in the 18, Kozlov's in the 79. So he's entitled, he's past the B pillar, which is basically the second part of the car. So he's got nowhere to go. He has to go down that route. Again, I can't see the onboard, so I can't see if he was trying to make the turn. I can only look at the analysis that we've got. And then Kozlov, I think, assumes that he's cleared him. Because as he comes into the corner, and if we just go forward a little bit, there's contact here. There. That's the contact. And that throws the car into there. Then as you move it forward, the car spins. Jamie's got nowhere to go at that point. Jamie is the number 18. He's got nowhere to go. There's the contact. Then you see Poddy Flack taking avoiding action, so he has to go that way. You've also got Lee Horn, who's also got to go this way around it, and eventually these two cars will make contact because they've got nowhere else to go. Poddy's then hit the brakes as best he can because he's avoiding one incident. He's managed to avoid the 63. He then makes contact with his teammate, and then what you'll see is the 79 just goes straight through, and that's how the entire incident happened. And then everybody at that point just scrambles to get out of the way. It's very tough without looking at the onboards. It's a messy one to me, to be honest. I think, for me, I'd say the number 79 was at fault for that. The other incidents are, I think, subsequential between that, and everybody at that point is just a passenger. You'd have to look at, yeah, everyone Zen's just trying to get out of the way. Yeah, it's kind of a Scrabble event. That's one of those, that's the catalyst that started it, and then everything else just followed suit. So again, I can't see how the stewards, I'm not a steward, I'm not on the stewards board. I'm like Formula One, I don't have all these access and information, I can only see what I would see. But I would say penalty for the number 79. Everybody else, maybe a penalty for the... does the 79, yeah, he does cause damage to the back of Dory, I think. No, to the back of Ian Deeney. Maybe a penalty for the 79. The Rob Huff car, but everybody else, to be honest, it was just a passenger, and that's how I'd read that incident. I don't think there's anything into that really, as it stands. This was the overtake. So this was one of the overtakes that we saw. This was, I believe this was an overtake. Yes, it was. This was Plummer. This was great manoeuvre, to be perfectly honest. So this is Rob South. Teammates to Butcher, and this is the 23rd. These are down at the bottom of the field. So this is 23rd, 24th, and 25th. Plummer is your yellow car. I put the arrow the wrong way, but you get the idea. That's Kozlov, who is recovering. And this little Hyundai here, this is Rob South. Now, if you watch Rob, he does the perfect manoeuvre through here, and then he goes right round here, and just does the old switcheroo. So he's on the outside, he late brakes him, there he goes, comes around and goes straight through that. An absolutely textbook move. He leaves just enough space, and then he manages to hold on to it, and Kozlov just mugs the lot of them. He goes, thank you very much, and through there. Great manoeuvre between those three. I thought that was absolutely sensational. As it stands out, 1 minute 23 seconds to go. Stephen saying a session to forget already. Yeah. Stephen, did you have a sim disconnect on that? Because it went off into the stratosphere, to be perfectly honest. So hopefully you can find out what happened. Hopefully you'll type it on the chat. He is teammates to Alex Everett, CA2 champion as well. So he knows how to win races. This was the overtake of Michael Cloughy. So this was to go into second position. So Michael Cloughy is the 33. He is your car here. That's the wrong one, but never mind. I keep pressing the wrong button. Cloughy is the Renault Megane. What time is that one? That's the Cloughy. So Cloughy goes into the hairpin here. Pavel outbrakes himself. Well, he only outbrakes himself by a marginal of a margin. We're talking like less than 100th of a second. So he goes that way, and then what you see is Cloughy will do the switcheroo to the apex, allowing to get a much better corner. The 86, that is Alec. He is not teammates to Pavel, but he was helping him. So Alec tries to go up the inside here, and then Cloughy takes a straighter line to allow space. A little bit of contact there, nothing untoward really. I think it was very audacious of Alec to go through there, but again, it's an opportunistic move. It could have come out perfectly for him. He has to make progress, and he does the old switcheroo. And then what you see is Alec then gets himself, as we've got practice is over, Alex then slots himself in between the two cars, and then Pavel basically follows up behind in order to get the slipstream. And as you see coming out here, they are then they've then done the old switcheroo by the next corner, and they're working together, and there they are. And we basically see that for the entire of the race, is that they end up working together. That was absolutely brilliant. Yep, internet was gone, so he did come back and confirm that. A real shame there, a real shame. A bit coming on there in terms of what's going on. Did you get sorted, Andy? Someone was asking me a question about something else, so it is all going on. A real shame, to be perfectly honest. I'm not sure what's gone on here because I'm stuck in the practice session along with everybody else, it looks like. So unless I've had a proper sim twitch, which could have happened, I'm going to have to see if I can log out and log back in again quite quickly. We will see if it's worked. Yeah, he's on 6 seconds to go. So we should be able to log back in. Nope. So the session has refreshed itself. It does happen from time to time again. It's in the middle of a session. We will see if we can log back in. There we go. We're logging back in. It does happen from time to time. It's a live. We are live. We do not edit the stream. So it is live. It's a real shame, Steve. I mean, Steve he's had some great results last season out. Warm up with 4 minutes to go. He's had some great results last time out, and I think that's it's just hurt him. It was a good start to your championship as well. So he's back in for race 2. There he is, Stephen, back in for race 2. He will be starting the back of the grid, unfortunately, in 30th position. But that's how it is sometimes. So, if you're just joining us, that's where we are tonight. We are at the NORISRING. It is in Germany. I believe it's in Nuremberg. And that's tonight for the Crest Autosport World Touring Car Challenge. We are driving the little hatchbacks this season, which is fantastic. You can drive everything but the 2018 Alfa Romeo because it is a street weapon, as it has been described. It is absolutely rapid. So everything else is allowed. There are no Golfs actually at the moment, but a lot of other cars. And if you're interested, is not that one. And if you're interested, the NORISRING is £2.53. Someone has basically sent themselves into the stratosphere there. I think that was Pavel. I think Pavel's had a... nope, I've had a game crash. I've had a full-on game crash. We will stay with me. I'm going to try and load back in as quickly as possible to see if we can get in. But the game has completely crashed on me. As you'd expect, this stuff always tends to happen. It is loading now. We have about 60 seconds before we get in there. I will keep an eye on as it unfolds. There's not a lot I can actually do at this time. It is loading. We're back in race room now. Hopefully we'll be able to get in just before the start. It starts going off for race 2. It won't take long. It's only got to load the server up really, really quickly. It looks like they're about to start in 6 seconds, and then we can get going. Hopefully it'll let me in, and we will be straight on it for race 2, which will be absolutely magnetic, as you'd expect from Crest Autosport. So let's see how this sets itself out, and there we go. We're back in it. It's 15 minutes to go, and it's lights out and away we go. I'm not sure who's leading the race because I can't see, but somebody's leading it. The question is, who is going to be top of the tree? It is Ian Deeney by Benny Norton as they're all loading in. So at the moment, Ian Deeney is leading from Benny Norton. Ross Dance is 3rd, Fraser is 4th, Neil is 5th, Cloughy is 6th, Pavel is all the 7th, as they're all... I'm not sure. It's had a massive game crash again. I've lost the entire system. Oh, this is absolutely horrific. I have no idea what is going on as it stands at the moment. I'm going to try and reset. Hold on. it will go up, and then it will see how it goes. So it turns out that I've been talking to you for the last 3 minutes with no sound on. Good job I noticed that. Otherwise, it would have been a disaster. So I've reset that system as well. There's Benny Norton, so he's now going out to practice with his lighter fuel loads. A 40, he's in a 55.195. Yeah, at that speed, he should take race 2 victory without any real issues, because he's going to be starting in 3rd position. So that's going to put him in prime time to take that win. So he's just got to get through turn 1, really. He's got to get through turn 1 and lap 1. He does that. I'd put my 50p on Benny Norton to take the victory. As it stands. So that's the end of the practice session. We'll go into the warm-up of 5 minutes, and then we will be going green. So I'm back. Hello, back again for race 2 that we nearly missed last time. These things happen from time to time. It's just the way it is, unfortunately, in racing, any type of racing, in sim racing and in normal racing. It's the same as a red flag incident, so some will benefit, some won't. That's just racing, unfortunately. It's very tough to tell, to be honest. So my 50p, who am I going to put my 50p on? I'm going to put my 50p on Benny Norton. If he can get through turn 1 without any incidents, he is primed to take Dini and he's primed to take Lee. So it will be very, very tricky. They're all in the garage now, and then we will get ready to go racing. They can skip this on quite quickly, which is why we've gone from a 4 minute down to 50 seconds. So they'll get them all self-ready. Then we'll go into the race, and it will be 15 minutes for race 2 at the NORISRING for this week's racing. There is another 15 minutes after this, and that is a top 15 reversal. So race 2 is top 10 reversal from race 1 finishing positions. Ballast is applied per the qualifying positions. So here we go. They're all going to get ready. The cars are on the grid. Now, if this fails again, they're just going to have to keep going. Otherwise, I've got some major, major problem. But we've loaded in. It's all working. We're going to go racing again. What can Fraser Rostance do from 4th? What can Everett do from 5th? Can Cloughy get through a clean lap just to get himself up into the championship position? And his lights out, and away we go. And Benny Norton has had the perfect start. He's the second car, second row, left side. What can he do from here? As they all pile into that first corner, Benny Norton's going to be hung out to dry. He's into second, but he's crucially on the outside as they all go through. Have they managed to hold on to it? Has there been a learning from the first one? Yes, there has a little bit of a contact in the background there, but that's nothing. Well, we got the 86 is the wrong way. The 86 is the wrong way round. I cannot believe it. Anastasios has managed to get through. Anastasios facing the wrong way, but Benny Norton is into second. It's exactly what he needed to do. Where's Jean Petra? Jean Petra's still stuck in 10th behind Michael Clough. There's Roy Plummer in the number 8, bright yellow car, but it's all kicking off. There is Michael Clough in the 33. He's already gapped Jean Pascal in the 15th. Butcher's going a bit wide in the number 30, holding on to it as much as he can. Absolutely magnetic stuff. He's in the number 30, right side, left side. Now on the right side, here he is. There's the 86. That is side by side with Michael Clough. He's in the 33. Renault Megane, he will crucially have the inside. Benny Norton is going for it, but he's not going to get this round the outside. He's properly going to have to take this from Ian Deeney. Ian Deeney just doesn't have the legs. This is the battle for the lead. Is he going to be there? Is he going to take it? Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. Fantastic into the floor. And he goes, oh, the 63 of Lee Horn gave the number 7 of Ian Deeney a little bit of a love tap. Nothing untoward there, but it might have cost that victory. Lee Horn in the 63, right side of your screen. It is the Honda. He's going to try and sail this up the inside. No, he doesn't. Little squirm in the braking zone. Manages to hold on to it. It's reset all over again. Rostance in the number 7. He is getting caught by Alex Everett. He's in the 48. Stephen, he's also in the 48, but Stephen isn't racing. His internet has gone on vacation. So he's holding out. Michael Clough, 33 versus the 86 of Alec. It is Russian versus Britain, side by side, 2 by 2 into turn 1. Can he do anything? Down the gearbox, into first, into second, into first. Little bit of a tap, nothing wrong with that. Back up the gearbox again. Does he close it? Yes, he does. Closes that door shut. Textbook manoeuvre there. Brilliant stuff. Poddy Flack has got Boki all over his rear end, and Jamie Dory and Stu Neal, old rivals these two, 2 by 2 through the left-hander. Oh, a little bit of a contact, a little bit of messy there. That's going to put Dory slightly out in the number 18. Has that allowed Butcher in the number 30 to come alongside? Yes, it has. I'm not sure if he's flashing his lights or I'm not sure if he's trying to communicate, but Butcher's going to sail this up the inside. He will have the apex for the corner, ticks himself out, and Dory goes back another place. He's second in the championship, so it is important. Lee Horne is right on the rear end of Ian Deeney. There's Ian Deeney. It is Renault Megane. This is the battle for second and third. That Honda, Benny Norton showed him the way. He's just got to stick it round the outside, hold enough of the tarmac and get a much better drive going out the corner. Has he done it? Has Lee Horne in that 63 Honda Civic? Left side of your screen now. Can he get this? He crucially have the apex, and he's done it. He's ticked that box. Absolutely textbook maneuver. He set that up. Now he's got to go after Benny Norton, who's going for his first race victory. It will be another race winner if he can deliver this. Right, Bill Campion, Roy Plummer and Craig Deeks are all side by side. There is Roy Plummer. He's in the number 8 car right at the back of your screen. Riding on board with him now. He's chasing Craig Deeks and Bill Campion. That number 79, that is a Seat Cupra. And just ahead of that is another Seat Cupra. It is Cupra versus Cupra. And they're all over the shop. The question is, can he do anything? Can Roy Plummer do anything on Bill Campion? George Lopez, Michael Kirby and Neil are all fighting, but we're joining Jean Petra. Oh, there's a little bit of a tap. Jean Petra in that number 15. As you see, the 86 there of Alec. He's trying to sort himself out as they slide themselves back in. There's Podiflak in the Astra. He's going to try and go up the inside. That's going to be it's a very audacious move there. That move I don't think was ever on. Yes, I don't think that move was ever on. We did close that in the background, but we'll have a look. Stu Neal is going to profit from the lot of this. There he is in the 34. Can he manage to get past? There's Butcher. 3 wide is not going to work into this corner. Oh, there's contact between those two. It's getting very scruffy in the background. They're all out of position now in this massive melee of cars. They just need to calm themselves down and then go for the attack. But Alex Everett is on the back of Deeney. He needs to do this to start to get his championship alive. Alex Everett in the 48. He's gone for the old run over. He's just checked himself out. He's checked himself out. He's outbraked himself. I cannot believe it. 3rd, 4th, 5th, into 6th. Does Fraser Rostance and Jean Petra mug him as well? That was a schoolboy error that we've seen. We saw that from Butcher early on, and that's cost him dearly. He was going to be up into 2nd position, and he's down in 6th. He's not going anywhere faster than that. Benny Norton's 2.3 seconds in the lead. He's checked himself out. Bokey, he's down in 6th position. Has got Jamie Dory side by side. Dory in the 18. And then he's got Podiflak. These two, no love lost between these two. Oh, that was a very textbook maneuver. He's got, there's contact in the background there from Butcher and Podiflak. A little bit of love tap between those two. Didn't catch the full incident, but if we did, we would have looked at it. There's Bokey in the 25. Alfa Romeo, he's basically leading everybody at the moment. Michael Cloughy and Ian Deeney, who's run wide. Ian Deeney has run wide. How many positions does he last? Pavel's forced himself his way in. Nothing on board with that. That was some good, little bit of tap racing. Alex Everett might have to to back out of that, because otherwise he'll spin. Yeah, he's backed out of it. He just didn't have the corner. But Ian Deeney is suffering there at the moment. And that's allowing Benny Norton and Lee Horne in 1st and 2nd just to get away. But you can see Everett in the 48. Astra side by side. He should get this done, providing he doesn't outbrake himself. Hits the brakes, tabs it, goes a little bit faster, and into 5th position he goes. Sensational textbook move from him. There's Jamie Higgs. He's down in 18th position, 19th position, and he's chasing down Ola. Ola, great result in race 3, so we'll keep an eye on him as that unfolds. He's doing enough to defend. There's Butcher. So as we drive to Butcher now in 12th position, there is 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th. There's the second half of the field. Stu Neal, no love lost between these two. He's going to try and sail it up the inside. He leaves just enough car's width. He'll go up around the outside. Butcher bangs into the wall, manages just to get away with that before he collects the number 86 of Alec. 3rd car in a row, Honda Civic. 1, 2, 3, 3rd car, number 86. That is the white car with a black bonnet. Boom, there it is. There's the number 30, the Tarquini car. 55 behind that's Jeff Perkis. Not seen a lot from Perkis yet in the 55, but he is side by side with the number 7 of Alex Ward, race 3 master. Alex Ward needs to get one more position if he wants to take a race victory. Kozlov is currently in 15th position. We'll put him first. Right, Boki and Podiflak are side by side. Boki's the number 25. He's broken away from the pack behind. The question is, can Jamie Dory get past here? Can Jamie Dory hold him off? Can Podiflak is the white car in the middle, can he do anything from here? No. No, he cannot. It's reset all over again. There's Kozlov. He's going to hold on to this 15th position. But if he does take it, he's got his old mate Alex right behind him. So he might be able to help him. Everett's still on the battle here, riding from the rear camera. Everett's got Pavel ahead of him, 1/10 of a second, and Dini just behind him. There's Dini, not really making any progress from here. Michael Clough is into third as they're all trying to wrestle with each other. Clough's 1.6, but he's just not gaining any. He's just not gaining any speed as it stands at the moment. So, yeah, it's kind of reset all over again. Gabriel Lopez and Neil are side by side. The 28 is Lopez. The 79 is Derek Neal. He is the father. Right, Pavel and Alex Everett are side by side. Everett's going to go up the inside. Pavel hasn't let off the speed. They're going to both park themselves on the apex and hold on to that. And Alex Everett is going to reset and go right up the rear end all over again. These two came together in race 3 at Glen Watkins last time out. So there is no love lost between those two. So at the moment, Pavel is holding on to 4th, but he's backing up 5th, 6th, 7th. And Jean Petra, race 1 winner, currently in 8th position. He's trying to do it. Alex Everett's going to send him the dummy, but he's going to... Oh, there's contact! There's contact between the two drivers. I think he had an accident. He's reversing. He's going to have to sort himself out. He's managed to get the car going. I think he had an accident all by himself. We will have a look. I did press it on the replay button as it goes in. But how far has Pavel gone back? He's gone back to 10th. But he's in 10th, but that's going to set him up perfectly for the next race. The problem is Pavel doesn't have his teammates of Kozlov and Alec anywhere near him. And now he's going to get mugged into 11th. He's going to try and hold on to this position as best he can, and he's just going to get mugged again. He needs to think a bit tactically here, I think. I think he needs to tackle it right. Ian Deeney's getting passed by Rostance. Rostance is going to attempt to go around the outside. There's Rostance. Ian Deeney hits the wall in the number 7, and John Petra mugs him as well. So John Petra is into 6th position, and now he's right on the back of Rostance. Rostance is in the 7, the 15. It is Peugeot versus Honda. Can Jean Petra do anything from here? He's holding on to it. He's moving up the order. He's into 6th position. 4 minutes 43 to go. Can Benny Norton? He's checked himself out. He's 4.25 seconds ahead of everybody. He's basically on a race on his own at the moment. Jean Petra is trying to starts this championship. He's going to go wide. He's gone left. He's gone right. He's on the outside. Has he outbraked himself? Does he get the car stopped just enough? The confidence that he has to stop that car. He was on the brakes almost a car's length ahead of Rostance. And that's job done. Right, where's Kozlov? He's back with Butcher. So Butcher in the number 13. Well, he's in 13th, riding from that rear camera. There is Kozlov. Oh, there's a little bit of contact between those two going into that corner. Butcher, he's in the number 30. But there goes Kozlov, and there goes Alex Ward. He's in 15th position. This could be a prime result for Alex Ward, currently CA2 championship leader. So Alex Ward is going to want a piece of this action. There you can see Perkis in the 55. Oh, Perkis going for the late brake maneuver with his little Alfa Romeo. He manages to get the car stopped and rotated. Perkis is now side by side. Alfa Romeo versus Peugeot. 2 short wheelbase cars. It's the number 7 Motel Red Bonnet versus the white 55. But crucially, Perkis, well, he's done it. Perkis has done it. He's just got the run on Rostance because Rostance has got the ballast on board. And there's the 86. That is Alec. He's going to try and get himself up now past both of them. Oh, a little bit of a contact. Nothing untoward there, but a little bit scruffy. So that's going to be reset all over again. Right, Ian Deeney. Ian Deeney started at the front. He's gone back. Michael Clough is 1.9 seconds away. 1.7, 1.4. What's going on here? Oh, he's in the braking zone. He's in the braking zone. So he's about 2.4 seconds off at the moment. Jean Petra currently has the very fast moving Rostance as we ride on board with Podiflak in 9th position. There is 8th, 7th, 6th and 5th. And they are all side by side at the moment. They're all following each other as it holds on. Alex Ward has been passed by Perkis. We saw that. He's got 2 minutes 36 to get himself into gear. If he wants to do anything. Ian Deaney, he's run wide. He's just run wide. So he's down in 9th position. Poddy and Jamie Dory have gone past. He's run wide all by himself. And, yeah, I don't think there's going to be anything from that, really. One of them's going to have to give up the corner. And, yeah, it would be Ian Deaney. But Podiflak then clipped one wall and then clipped another wall. That is going to put some serious damage. Has he damaged the car? This is going to be the question. Let's ride on board. Craig Deeks retired. Yep, car is damaged. So Podiflak's wheel is not pointing in the straight direction. I think he has... Yep, he's damaged the car. So I don't think he's going to go any further from that. I mean, he might come on and tell us the car's not damaged, but that car looks damaged. So this is 14th position. So Kozlov has put himself on the reverse grid for race 3 on front row. He's on front row in prime time position. So he is going to be in a winning position. Kozlov could be another victor. Perkis is just behind him in that 55, and Perkis has won races, so Perkis knows how to win a race. Rob South is retired at 5 laps, and so as Tim Johnson, I think. Yep, they have checked themselves out. Jamie Dory is on the back of Rostance. This battle has been raging on for the entire race. 1 minute 14 seconds to go before we finish the race. Can Jamie Dory do anything? Jamie Dory was second in the championship. I don't think he's going to be second now. I think Benny Norton might mug him. But there he is. He is in the number 18 car as it stands. Pavel's down in 10th position. Butcher is being hunted down by Kozlov. There's Butcher. He's in 13th. He's got Kozlov behind him. And then he's got the 55 of Perkis. Perkis is going to go side by side with Kozlov. There he is. So these two have been battling each other. There's Alex Ward in the number 7. Behind that is Alec in the 86. Can he do anything? Can Perkis in that 55 get one more position? He's going to have to get round the track pretty sharpish because Benny Norton's about to start another lap. I think there'll be one more lap after this. Jamie Dory's on the back of Jean Petra, who's in 5th position. Race 1 winner. Do not forget Benny Norton. First time winner out. Rostance and Dory are side by side. Rostance. What happened to Rostance? I think Rostance clipped something. So Rostance is going to put himself down in 6th. Jean Petra has got himself up to 5th position. So he's mugged the lot of them. He's going to be checking himself out at the front. Jamie Dory, it's going to be one more lap to go. Benny Norton's on his final lap. We'll follow him round. But Jamie Dory and Rostance, I think Rostance has damaged the car. Because there is nothing. Let's ride on board with now. Rostance will just flip to Johnny. Yep, I think that car is damaged. I don't think all the wheels are pointing in the right direction. It just doesn't explain his slow speed. Alex Ward is trying to get onto the back of Perkis, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think Perkis is going to be our champion. Is going to be take a pole position for race 2 and race 3. Benny Norton's going to bring the car home for his first win of the season, and that's another new winner for the Crest Autosport League. Lee Horn is going to be so happy with that second. He did the best he can. Clough has done a stellar job to get himself into 3rd. Everett's championship is starting to come alive. Where does Jean Petra finishes in 5th? Rostance is 6th. Dory is 7th. Why is Rostance... either they changed position or there was an incident, I don't know. Ian Deaney was 9th, Pavel was 10th, Neil was 11th, Boki was 12th, Russ was 13th, Kozlov is in 14th. Alex Ward, according to my board, was 15th position. So we'll wait for the confirmation of the results. Bill Campion is still going. He's racing. So is Roy Plummer and Derek Neal. It's a drag race to the line. Is Roy Plummer going to take it in the number 8? No, he doesn't. Derek Neal takes 22nd. Bill Campion will come home in 25th. Carl Smith, they are at the corner having a bit of a love tap between them. Yeah, Alex Ward's 5th. Alex Ward's 15th. How did Perkis lose? Did Perkis damage the car? I think Perkis has damaged the car. So there's confirmation of your provisional race results. I always say provisional. Norton by Horn, Clough, Everett, Jean Petre, Rostance, Dory, Flack, Dearney, Pavel, Neil, Boki, Butcher, Kozlov. Alex Ward will be your pole position sitter for race 3. Perkis, Alec, Ola, Kirby, Lopez, Craig Deek, Neil, Plummer, Campion, Smith, Anastasios. He had that spin at this first corner. Higgs, South, and Johnson. 3 DNFs for today. So, what a race. What a race. That was always going to be exciting. This track always opens new and exciting things that always happen. We're going to see if I can actually load this without the system completely crashing on me again. If it does, then it'll be over, and we won't use this tool until the end. Or we might have to get a more powerful PC. One of the two. Lots to talk about, lots and lots to talk about. Right, I have got lots of replays. It's kicked me out, but don't worry, I will be jumping back in straight away. So we'll have a quick look at the start. I say we'll be having a quick look at the start. I think these are the old replays. Yes, they are. There is the race 2 start. So race 2 start again. We did have one of the incidents. Let's have a look at that race 2 start. We'll just wait for this to reset itself, and then we'll go in and have a look as we go over to the box. Okay, so its warm-up is in, and then we will get into the final race of this evening. So this is the start. I think we've only really got time to look at the start. Again, like I was saying, Benny Norton just had an amazing start. So Benny Norton is in 3rd. That's Benny Norton here. And he just had a good launch off the line. There was nothing else to it. So as we actually push this forward, you will see here he's got a perfect start to the opening, and he just gets a much better drive. And when he comes to the out corner, he does the same thing that Cloughy did in the last race to gain that position. So he stays on the outside. He comes round here like this, and he leaves just enough room to force them to take the tighter apex. So as he goes through the corner, and that's the key, they are on the apex here. And it allows Benny Norton to basically take a wider line and straighten the car up a lot quicker. I actually changed at that point because we were going through all that. But he actually changes and he straightens up the line. And that's actually put him, he's over here, on a much better trajectory out. He's then gained up a position. And Dory is now on the outside. Sorry, not D&E. Horn is then on the outside. So he just hasn't had that ability to get there first. So that put him into 2nd. And then it was a case of basically picking your moments until he could pick off the race winner. Basically, we did pick up some other ones. Let's have a look. So he was just basically picking them off, which is it's the cleverest way of doing it, really. I think this was one of the incidents that we saw as well. I think this was one of those nothing incidents. Yeah. So this is the incident between. That's just a bit scruffy, really. He's in the braking zone. He brakes later. It's just a bit scruffy, really. To be honest, yeah, that one is just a bit scruffy between both of those. I don't think there's anything really in that one. It's just a bit scruffy. That's what it is, really, with 2 minutes to go. They're all a bit nothing in that race. There was a lot, everyone was a bit calmer in that race, I think. It wasn't as scruffy that we saw from the other races. So I just think it was one of those, to be perfectly honest. It was just a bit scruffy between those two. Yeah, so this is the incident. Again, this is weird. So this is where we'd need to look at you'd need to look at the onboards for this sort of thing. So with 1 minute 46 remaining. So again, he's passed, so in this image here, he's past the B pillar. And this is what we talk about. We always talk about the B pillar, effectively. And I think in Crest Autosport, we also talk about the front wheel, which he's passed. Now, when we actually get to the next shot, the 48 is going in this trajectory, and Pavel is going in, and the 55 is going in that directory. So the only thing that was going to happen is that they were going to end up making contact exactly with each other, which is basically a carbon copy of the incident that we saw last week at Watkins Glen. But what we don't see is the onboards, and that's what it all comes down to, because there's enough space. There's enough space here for a car. It all comes down to were they turning into each other, because if one was turning into the other and the other one was turning into the other, they're both at fault. Basically, is the way I view that, and that was always going to happen. But if the number 48 had space, because I don't see the top view, but from here the apex is basically down here somewhere. And there is that is not on trajectory to the apex. So you'd have to look at the helicam view for that one. That one I couldn't make a decision on without any more. You'd need onboards and you need the helicam review for that one, to be perfectly honest. So you'd have to look at that and go from there. But that's one for the stewards. If it's submitted, that's one for the stewards to decide, to be perfectly honest. Not for me. Right, let's go back over to the final race of this evening. I think that's had its entire thing completely crashed. I have no idea why that's still going, but it is, as it stands at the moment. The car's having a right old wobbly in the background. We've got 1 minute left of the garage time, and then we will go across to the racing. It's race 3, and if you're just joining us, hello and welcome to the Crest Autosport. We are racing at the NORISRING for the World Touring Car Challenge. This is round 3, and I will be here with you for the next couple of weeks. We're racing the little hatchbacks, not the 2018 Alfa Romeo Giulietta, all the other little hatchbacks, and nobody's driving the Golf. If you're interested, it is 2:32.56 for on race room. I'd get yourself involved. Don't forget to get yourself on our Discord, like and subscribe. Right, race 3, here we go. 15 minutes. It is the last race of the evening. Can Perkis convert that to a win? It's late evening here at the NORISRING in Germany, and it's lights out and away we go. And already somebody has pulled over in the background. There's only 22 cars in the grid, so I'm not sure what's happened to the rest of the field, but this is a perfect opportunity. Perkis in the number 7. He's surely going to get it round into that first corner. Yes, he has. No, he hasn't. Yes, he has. He's managed to hold on to it just enough. But right behind him, Alex Ward on the timing screens is now technically in first by 0.4 of a second. But he'll be on the outside into turn 1. There's a little bit of a tap between both of them. But Perkis is going to run properly wide in that 55. And that has allowed Alex Ward to come up the inside. Has he managed to hold on to it? No, he hasn't. He's slot himself back in. Kozlov in the 79 is right behind that. But has he managed to hold it? Has he do anything? Will he go through this? Oh, there's contact. Butcher's made contact at the back of Kozlov. Has Stu Neal managed to get through? Just enough. Holding on to that into the 34. Stu Neal is in a prime time position to take a race victory. The question is, can he get away? Can Perkis be another new winner this season? There's the 34. There is Butcher. Butcher versus Neal. Hyundai versus... Oh, there's contact. There's contact again. But that's who's managed to get out of that one. It is... no one towards, to be fair. I think the man Stu Neal has managed to actually get himself a competitive advantage from that contact with Butcher. Butcher's not going to sail it up the inside there. He manages to hold on to that just enough. Through the left-hander we go. Bing, bang, bong. They all crash into the wall. Managing to hold on to it. Full wheels on the wagon. All pointing in the same direction. Has he managed to hold on to this just enough? There's Perkis currently leading in the background. Kozlov is trying to go up the inside of Alex Ward. There's contact in the background. There's contact in the background between those two. Fraser Rostance is off. Fraser Rostance has spun round. So he's either spun round or been spun round. So he's going to have to hold on to that. There's Butcher. Neal is now up into 4th position. He's that number 34. He needs to get himself a little bit further ahead. He's just got to stop the attack coming in from Pavel. He's managed to do that perfectly. Pavel in that 55 has gone up the inside. Where's Everett? He's in 8th position at the moment. We are missing quite a few drivers, including Cloughy and Benny Norton. are currently not driving at the moment. Our race 2 winner is not there, but Perkis has checked himself out. Kozlov in that 79, that's third position. He is trying all he can do with 12 minutes, 27 seconds to go. There he is, 1-2, third car in the row in that number 79. Poddy Flack drive-through penalty. He's not on the board, but apparently he's in the race. So there you go. 22 cars I'm showing on the board, but apparently Poddy Flack is in the race, holding on to it. There's Perkis. He's at the front, leading by 55 seconds. Alex Ward is in second. Carl Smith has just popped on the board in 20 seconds. So there are some drivers behind. They're just not on my board. As it holds on, it's 2 by 2. They go through just ahead. There's Boki. There is Alex Ward in that. It's not Alex Ward, sorry, it is another driver holding into it as it holds on at the moment. What can he do from here? What can Boki do in that 25? Cloughy is just ahead of him as it stands at the moment in that 33. He needs to make progress, really, if he wants to get out of here. There he is in the 33. There's the 25. Can he do anything? I don't think he can. Right, Pavel is the blocker. There's Ian. There is Jamie Dory and Kozlov getting a little bit of love between those two. He's not going to get any love lost back. You bang him, he bangs me. These two have just been at it. Corner after corner, 3 races in a row. So there's no love lost between those two. Perkis has checked himself out the front. Alex Ward is on for another great position. As it stands, Pavel is in the number 3 in the 55. Kozlov is in the 79, the 34. That's Stu Neal currently in third. But he needs to hold on to this if he wants to do anything. He just needs to be careful. He needs to do no heroics here. Get a nice, good slingshot. And he'll check himself out into that position, which he's done. That's all he needs to do, which is perfect for his race-winning opportunity. Oh, there's contact in the background. I've hit the buffer button. We will see if we can pick anything up there. But has that allowed Cloughy to make more spaces? Yes, it is. So Cloughy is up into 8th position. There he is in the 33. He's side by side there between Butcher and Kozlov. He's the bacon between the sandwich. Can he sail it up the inside? Whoa, that was very audacious between those three. Cloughy's managed to do it. He's cleared Kozlov and he's now on the side of Butcher in the number 30. That is Hyundai. And there is Stu Neal in that number 34. He's starting to find some pace in this season now. The question is, can he get clear the number 55 of Pavel? Pavel's not letting him go. He's putting his car perfectly. He's leaving him enough room, and he's just not getting the job done. Dory in that number 18 Honda Civic is joining the party as well. There's Jamie Dory. Riding on board with him now, just ahead of that, in 4th position. That is Stu Neal. There is Pavel, left and right, left and right. Can he hold on to this? That's what's going to be decisive. Stu Neal has to clear Pavel. That number car in the middle, that number 34, black Renault Megane, boom, that one, has to clear Pavel in the 55. Because if he doesn't, Jamie Dory is going to mug him. Right, Lee Horn is making progress. He's on the side, on the side. He's side by side with Plummer. Plummer's left the door open there. He's thinking, you're not in my race. I am a CA3 champ. I'm CA3. I'm racing for CA3. He's not going to let him have the easy tack. He's not going to let Lee in that 63 have an easy ride, but he is also going to push it, so it is going to be very, very tricky, I think, to what he can do from there. I don't think he's going to be able to deliver anything. I think it is reset all over again. Right, there is Jean Petra in that number 11. He's in the 15th. He's in 11th. He's going to try and go up the inside of Ian Deeney, but he's going to go for the old switcheroo. He'll hug it right on the rear camera as we ride back now from Ian Deeney. There's Pascal in the 15. There is the 86 of Alex. They're side by side. Honda, Renault Megane. Sparks flying all over the road. Pascal, there he is. Jean Petra, sorry. Goes up the inside, mugs the lot of them, checks himself out, says thank you very much. But does he? Yes, he does. Job done. Up to top 10 position he goes. Yola is in 17th. He's fighting as well, but Ian Deeney hasn't let it go. Ian Deeney in that number 7, Renault Megane, right side of your screen. He is fighting the number 15. Stu Neal is still fighting Pavel. He's just got much better brakes in that Renault Megane. That Renault Megane is just so powerful on the brakes. There's the 79 of Kozlov. Kozlov was right at the top of 3, and he's now put himself, or he's outbraked himself. He's had an incident all by himself. He's going to have to let he doesn't have to let Deeney through. He's just got to give him enough space, which he does. And it's reset all over again. Pavel is being chased down by Stu Neal. There is Pavel. He's in third position. Stu Neal is in second. He's really come alive. Stu Neal has this time out at this track. I don't know if it's ballast. I don't know if he just likes this track. But he's really starting to find some pace in that Renault Megane. He's in fourth. He's chasing down a third place man, 55, Pavel. He's got Jamie Dory all around him. Pavel's gone defensive, and that's going to force Neal. But Neal takes a much tighter line this time out. Does he have a better drive? Oh, he just doesn't get a car's width ahead. He's not a car's width ahead. Everett now has Cloughy for company on the background. So Michael Clough is going to attempt to get past Everett. That will be interesting. Horn is on the back of Lopez as it's all unfolding for this side. The question is, what can he do here? Can he deliver anything? Can Jamie Dory, second in the championship currently, he needs to recover. I can't see Benny Norton on the board. He could be in the race, but I can't see him. So if he is in the race, then he's going to be getting some points, but I don't know what. But there's only 22 showing on the board. Jamie Dory, right side, number 18. The number 34, that is Stu Neal. Stu Neal hasn't managed to break away. Alex Ward is being chased down by Pavel. This is important. He's for the championship. There's Jamie Dory. He's side by side with Stu Neal. Oh, there's contact. A little bit of a tap between those two. But that's, it's just a little bit of a tap, a little bit of rubbing. Is a little bit of racing, but nothing untoward there. It didn't really hinder anybody, perfectly honest. Has he got it done? It's all going to be 2x2 through this section now. One car's width, just enough. Perfect pinpoint accuracy there from Stu Neal. He just put enough pinch on Jamie Dory that he left it in a position that you either backed out, clipped the corner, or you stayed alongside me and went full send. He chose the latter and played the clever move there. Right, Alex Ward. Perkis is going for another victory. Is going for a victory this season out. There he is in the 55. He's on his own. 5 minutes 33 to go. You've got Alex Ward. He needs to stay ahead of Pavel. He just got to drive defensively. He doesn't need to be fast. He just needs to keep it on the tarmac. As it stands, Jamie Dory is going to attempt to go up the inside of Stu Neal. Stu Neal thinks better of it and lets him go through, but Power doesn't let him go through. But Pavel, the ballast on Pavel's car is affecting him. That's what's causing him not to be able to get the drive out of the corners in that number 55 as we ride on board now with Pavel. Championship leader, don't forget. Race winner 2 times. He's fighting Alex Ward, a race 3 master. Second at Brands Hatch, third last time at Watkins Glen in this race. So he knows how to drive this race. Perkis, oh, there's contact. He's banged the corner. He's had an accident all by himself. Will that allow Jamie Dory in 4th position to get through? No, it isn't. Has that now released Alex Ward with 4 minutes 37 seconds to go? I think Alex Ward here could get a career best finish. Fantastic stuff. But Pavel now has the entire, basically, top half of the field behind him. There's Jamie Dory in the number 18. He's going to drive this round the outside. Stu Neal has caught up with a lot of them. There's Stu Neal, there's Alex Everett, and there's Michael Clough. So they're all going to try and squeeze past. It's Everett, Cloughy, Neal, Dory, all stuck behind Pavel. Jean Petre is side by side with Butcher. This is the battle for 7th and 8th. There is Butcher in the number 30. There is Jean Petre. Will get this done in the 15. He's just, that's job done really. He's left enough room. But Jean Petre will just have a better drive out of that corner as he goes in. I'm just watching the board for 3rd. Jamie Dory, they're all passing each other in the squabble and the melee as it unfolds. Stu Neal is now back down to 5th. Everett is up to 4th. There is Alex Ward. Alex Ward is 0.2 of a second. So they're all trying to get into that second. So Perkis is going to have to send something to Alex Ward because he's doing a stellar job defending. There goes Alex Ward in the 7. There's Pavel in the 55, and it's reset all over again. So Stu Neal in the 34 is going to be alongside Alex Everett in the 48. Behind that is Michael Clough at the back. As they go through, Alex Ward is now down to 3rd. Can Stu Neal retain that position? Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. He's side by side with Alex Everett. It is Renault Megane versus Opel Astra. He's at the back, and there's the 18 of Jamie Dory. Jamie Dory is on the inside in the Honda. He's going to mug all of them. He's going to mug the lot of them, and he does. Sensational move there from Jamie Dorey. No, he hasn't, because it's not over. It's just not over. Stu Neal on that 34. He's the left side of your screen. I think he's going to lose the position because he's going to be on the outside. You've got Alex Ward in the 48. Sorry, not Alex Ward. Alex Everett in the 48. You've got Michael Clough right behind all of this. And he's just trying to hold on. They're all resetting. So the big catalyst in this is this man here, Alex Ward. And as we ride back from Jamie Dorey, Alex Everett in that Opel Astra in the middle of the pack has thought better of that. A clever move there from him just to hold that position. And he needs to hold stations just before he can get a good run. Stu Neal did not go defensive quickly enough. He needs to get over onto the other side of the track because Everett, I think, is going to steam it up the inside. He does. A lot of contact between both of those, but he gets through. A bit messy, but the job's done. The question now is, can Everett hold this back? Because now he's going to have to go defensive. There is Alex Ward in third position. He's holding on for a podium. He wants that podium. There's the 18 of Jamie Dorey. Jamie Dorey's going to get this done. I think he's got much better brakes. Oh, he's outbraked himself. And that's forced Alex Ward to go wide. As Alex Ward was avoiding the incident with Jamie Dorey, that's allowed Alex Everett to get past Alex Ward. The two Alexes are side by side through this section. He should get this done. How far does Ward go past? He needs to know. He's clipped the wall. And that's going to cost him more time. Pavel is up to second position. Perkis is 2.2 seconds ahead. He's got 1 minute to go. Perkis here needs to get a shifty on. He's going to have one lap, basically, 1.5 laps. Stu Neal has not given up from Everett. Everett is in fourth position. Lee Horn, Ian Deeney and Butcher are all close together. Craig Deacon, Ross Stance, I think, has got a very second-hand car as it stands at the moment. Plummer is going to get himself a career best 14th, same as Ola. Fantastic stuff at that front. There is Plummer. He's in the number 8. I think it's yellow. It's either yellow or green. I'm colourblind, but it's definitely that one. There is Roy Plummer. Behind that in the 55, that is Ola. Behind that's Craig Deacon. They are all fighting it out. Butcher and Deeney are fighting it out as well. So Ian Deeney, right hand of your screen. He is the number 7, Orano McGann. That 30 is the 30 of the Hyundai. And these two are just all over the shop at the moment. They're changing positions. They're trying to. There's Alec in the 63. He's trying to get a better result as well. The question is, can he do anything? Can he deliver anything from here? I think Butcher is just going to lose that position, if I'm honest. He started at the front of the grid and he's now down in 11th position. Lee's just got the better brakes. He'll have the better drive coming out the corner. And crucially, he will just get a better drive. As it stands, does Perkis cross the line? Perkis crosses the line and he takes the race 3 victory. So it's another new race winner. 3 different race winners this time out. You had Jean Petra in race 1, Benny Norton in race 2, and Perkis in race 3. Pavel brings the car home in second. Jamie Dorey is third. Alex Everett is fourth. He really needs to kick-start his championship, and it's started. Neal is fifth. Clough is sixth. Ward is seventh. Good result for Ward. He should keep him. I think he will be leader of the CA2s. We will maintain it. Jean Petra come home in 8th. Good for his championship start. Deeney, Butcher, Horn, Alec, Boki, Johansson, Plummer. Carl Smith's car is very second-hand. Deeks, Lopez, Rostance, Kirby, Neal, Campion. There's Campion and Smith. So there is the confirmation of your race results. Again, all results are provisional, pending any accidents, or the other stuff that happened that goes on. So yeah, that's how it all stacks up. Absolutely sensational. Lee Horn takes the fastest fastest lap of the race, and Jeff Perkis is your race winner. And that is that. That is the end of the 3 races for tonight. As always, that was absolutely sensational, as always. As I'm trying to go to the right button, I'm trying to press the right button here. So, as always, absolutely sensational. As always, anything that I say on stream that I see or I look at, there's always multiple angles that need to be looked at. I am not in the steward's box. I am not a steward. It's got nothing. I just see it how I say it. It doesn't mean I'm right. So please do not send me any complaints. because I see it how I say it. I don't think there'll be anybody in the commentary booth tonight. It was very, very tense as it stacks up for tonight's racing. So yeah, it's going to be very, very tricky, I think. There's going to be a lot of changes, I think, because some of the drivers didn't get into race 3, unfortunately, and as a result, that's going to cost them. Yeah, it's cost them a lot of issues. So there's something's definitely going on because a lot of the drivers last week there was no issues and this week there was. So there's obviously something going on with the server. I've had a lot of questions coming in. I need to check my logs because I do record a lot of the logs. So that'll be one of the big topics going into next week is something causing some of the issues. I'll need to look at my logs basically. I think I think I was kicked because of a high ping from the server. So I don't know where the server is hosted. So we'll have to look at that, and obviously it's one of those things. But as always, touring car racing, absolutely classic. There is going to be hundreds of talking points from tonight. Is the championship wide open? 100%. Do I think Pavel's still leading it? Yes. Do I think Jamie Dorey is in second? I don't know. Benny Norton, after those 2 good hauls of points, I think will win it, but he's had a massive... that race 3's cost him. Unfortunately. So, yeah, I think it's going to be really, really exciting for the remainder of the season as it stacks up. So, yeah, we will see how that unfolds. There's nobody in the commentary box, as you'd expect, at this time. So, thank you, everybody, for watching. I will be back next week. We will be going... next week, we will be at Laguna Seca, which is a great racing track. I love that track. High risk, really high risk there with the corkscrew. Damages the car, damages the suspension. The second corner before the corkscrew, you can completely destroy your car. So it will be exciting to see how that unfolds. Yeah. We will go from there. But thank you, everybody, for watching. And as always, enjoy the rest of your evening and your weekend.